Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.
As the IT ecosystem continues to evolve at a rapid pace, more and more enterprises are adopting solutions which make their business tasks easier. However, with the advent of new technologies, enterprises are also faced with a host of new challenges. To understand the need of the hour better, HP organized New Style of IT, an event recognizing these needs and the way forward in the country's capital, New Delhi. The initiative focused on trends in mobility, security, big data and cloud for a reliable and secure future of enterprises. Welcome to HP and CNBC TV18 present New Style of IT. Joining me on the panel today are Mr. Sanjeev Mehta, Technology Evangelist, Hewlett-Packard, Mr. Devendra Parulekar, Partner IT Risk and Assurance Services, Ernst & Young, Mr. Vijay Anand Chaudhary, AVP Procurement, Wipro BPO and Wipro Infotech, Lieutenant Colonel S.S. Sodhi, Manager MMONGC, and Mr. Sachin Goyal, CIO KPMG India. Welcome, gentlemen. Now, before we start, would request Sanjeev to kindly say a few words and open this discussion for New Style of IT. A huge round of applause, gentlemen, for Sanjeev.
It's a very interesting time as we see from IT perspective. Over the past few years, things have changed, evolved into a very different way the IT has been looked upon by the corporates, by the individuals, the way we all operate. And this has been broadly been driven by 6 mega trends that we see. Consumerization of has its driver and has its impact. So every organization looks at how do we combine the IT in the personal way and in the organization way to make it more effectively. Similarly, on the cloud, how do we leverage that to happen? So there are products and solutions that we as an organization have that can help individuals and organizations to leverage that part. Enterprise mobility is not just about devices, various kind of devices, various kind of operating systems. You want things to be printed. You have wireless printing needs to be done at various hotspots that you're looking at. So those are these are options that you really look at it from the enterprise perspective. Security, as it is critical, and security is not only from the device perspective or from the infrastructure perspective. It's very important. At times we miss out on the security aspect in the printing. At times we don't realize that the document that you have printed, how invaluable it could be. So if you're not securing that printing as well, you are vulnerable. HP has solutions to take care of that as well from the devices perspective. So what we have done is, it's a very simple strategy which helps us as an organization to help you deliver solutions to you. We have the infrastructure. Everybody needs an infrastructure, may it be cloud, may it be your own personal infrastructure. So what it does is the infrastructure clubbed with some of these softwares and the services combines to be as the solution. And today, in the current situation, it's been driven by 3 predominant solutions. One is on the cloud, the other one is security, and the third was the information optimization or the big data, as we all call it, right? Mobility becomes part of some portion of this product line. And we, as I said, HP has the entire gamut of products that we can really look at. We also look at a lot of things as a managed service portfolio. It can be from print perspective, it can be from the devices perspective, right? And same thing, right? There are different models that can evolve, which can really help organizations to really optimize and look at it to be a little more competitive into the marketplace that you play in. You have your customers, you have your competitors that you really need to be a very differentiator. And some of the products, services, softwares, and solutions that we as an organization provide can really help you to deliver that perspective.
Now, let me start by asking you, Sanjeev, enterprises today face myriads of challenges every day, and all they need are comprehensive solutions and not just a set of, IT assets. Does the new style of IT promise to deliver all of that?
No, absolutely. And I think from organization to organization, it differs. It's not that one fits everyone. So every organization have a different needs, policies, processes, requirements. So what is really required is to see how the various product lines, service offerings, and the solutions really help optimize you as an business. It's more of an business-driven IT today. So what is it that business really looks at, and how can HP enable those businesses to be from that perspective? So we at HP can do that with various product lines and the solutions that we have. A simple thing like a printer which would have an inbuilt workflow inside that, right? So if you have that, you don't really need an intelligent device. The device itself is intelligent to drive the entire workflow for you. So now that's something which is integrated. Now those are the areas which can help for you even to identify as to how you can leverage some of these technology to make your business enabled from IT perspective.
All right, thanks, Sanjeev. Now, Sachin, cloud, big data, mobility, security are all the 4 pillars of the new style of IT. So what are the kind of innovations that you really see coming up in each of these verticals?
With a lot of these new ones that are coming in, cloud and big data, this is allowing a blend of consumer space technology with the enterprise technologies. So you see a lot of corporates now who are allowing mobile technologies for use at the workplace. Same technology that you used to use in your personal space on a Sunday afternoon on a tablet. Today, on a Monday, you use the same tablet to do a lot of stuff at work. This is really innovation that's coming into enterprises. Cloud is again allowing you to bring in a lot of new technology into enterprises, especially for small and medium enterprises who earlier could not go for large, huge softwares which are expensive and more importantly complex to manage.
What are the kind of common issues that you see enterprises facing in maybe adopting these new styles of IT or even maintaining them?
One of the challenges that most organizations are facing is lack of talent.
And big data is the buzzword everywhere. So what are the challenges that enterprises really face today to achieve these big data solutions?
Right. If I talk about challenges in big data, there are 2 big challenges. One, is the emotional quotient. What is this emotional quotient? It is shedding our inhibitions.
Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable. Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.
So, Devendra, tell me, what are the kind of common issues that you see enterprises facing in maybe adopting these new styles of IT or even maintaining them?
One of the challenges that most organizations are facing is lack of talent. Okay, even if you look at adoption of big data technologies or adoption of enterprise mobility, talent is turning out to be the number one reason why most organizations are being a little reluctant. Second is there is a perceived notion of exposing your organization to privacy and security issues.
Sure.
And I'm using the word perceived very carefully because the world has moved in a direction where these risks were known and these risks have been adequately taken care of. But you need to be mindful of these risks, right? The third risk is there is a lot of internal challenge in terms of convincing your own people that this is going to be benefiting you. There are entrenched interests. For example, when you move to a cloud, a large number of people who are today administering your servers, your infrastructure may not be required. So the democratization of IT with SaaS, with some of these enterprise technologies is completely shaking up the IT ecosystem. And that's the big challenge.
Mr. Sodhi, you come from the industry. Do you agree with the kind of challenges he just mentioned?
No, I have a difference of opinion on this. The way we are looking as an industry users, first of all, there is a data. We can store the data. Cost of the data has come down. Now, whether that data is relevant or not, because data itself has become a new currency in the new IT sphere.
Sure.
Right? That's number one. I would say like the efficiency would depend upon the operational overheads, right? So to minimize this operational overheads, you need a lot of information. That's nothing but data. So that one aspect we look forward is how to manage this data and what data to store and what not to store. So this is going to be one relevant thing.
Sanjeev, you know, cloud computing is something that has come a long way, but it has both benefits and risks. So take us through some of HP's innovations that's helping enterprises tap the full potential of cloud computing.
When we really look at bank and finance as a segment or pharma as a segment, which has a huge, a requirement for maintaining privacy, security of the information or the data that they have, but they do adopt cloud as a solution. Sure. And you have all the options, right? You have the private cloud, you have a public cloud, or you have a hybrid cloud. So whatever you decide on, there's obviously a risk associated with that. So adopting certain technology is something which the organization will have to look at it with certain risk factors built into it, right? Having your own infrastructure is not necessary that it's secured. But what we need to do is, and a very interesting one, it's not what you hide, it's how much is what you disclose as well. It's not every time security means you just keep hiding everything behind. It's a human nature, right? Whatever is hidden, you are more curious to find out. So it's not at times of hiding everything what is there, it's how much you want to relieve, how you want to show it to the people. And that's where you can leverage. And I think some of these, technology, something is here to stay. We need to adopt it in the right way with certain risk factor associated, and it can definitely help.
Vijayanand, data is one of the most important assets for all enterprises today. And big data is the buzzword everywhere. So what are the challenges that enterprises really face today to achieve these big data solutions?
Right. If I talk about challenges in big data, there are two big challenges. One, is the emotional quotient. What is this emotional quotient? It is shedding our inhibitions. As you spoke about risk, suddenly something pops up here saying that, someone is going to enter into my network. What's going to happen? Shedding that inhibition is very important. If we go ahead and shed our inhibitions, that, risk is there. But point is that how do we shed inhibitions? It's only by taking care the exact wall of risk. And what is this big data all about? The data that I spoke to you about, which runs across 4 or 5 companies. For all when it comes to Friday, my wife gets a SMS that, hey, why don't you go for a party or whatever thing? But then it knows that the husband is going out, right? So I think that's where the future is going to be. When the future is going to be there, why are we inhibiting ourselves? So that's the big data buzz I think is there, but we need to rightly use it.
What, in your opinion, is the future of the mobility space?
Mobility, essentially, both in the consumer space and in enterprise space, the convenience that it offers makes it the most critical platform for all the automation going forward.
What mobility solutions have you guys come up with in terms of increasing business efficiency, making processes simple and faster?
We cater to every industry that you need. Maybe manufacturing, within manufacturing, if you have automotive industry or an aerospace or the oil and gas. We have products which are catered for specifically for each of these industries.
Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable. Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.
Take us through some of the HP innovations that are helping enterprises tap into the to fuel their growth. They can really tap and use this big data.
The information is available. At times, every one of us contributed that information, and trust me, it comes back to us in some of the other benefits. It comes out in terms of certain turnaround time. It comes out in terms of giving certain information to the manufacturers in terms of how it can be leveraged for us to get a better experience, either from the product perspective or from the services perspective. So it's for us to take it. And we as an organization also do that part. right? We have product, services, solutions which can really help you to cater to and take you to that next level, right? So we have organizations, softwares which can really help analyze some of this data based on your business needs, and that is what we can do.
All right, Sachin, we've seen this increase in the usage of smartphone today in India. What, in your opinion, is the future of the mobility space?
Mobility, essentially, both in the consumer space and in enterprise space, the convenience that it offers makes it the most critical platform for all the automation going forward. Organizations initially started with allowing emails on the mobile platform. That was the first step. But what we're seeing now is a lot of core applications are now being extended on the mobile platform. Key functionalities that users can use while they're traveling, while they're waiting for a meeting for 5 minutes, it's the ability to utilize the little amounts of